Hi, it's Debbie Williams here. I'm an NLP trainer and hypnotherapist from Birmingham, UK. And today I'm going to talk about social skills and having techniques so that you're comfortable in a social situation. Now, you may be telling yourself, oh, I have no social skills, I'm social phobic, I never know what to say, I always feel awkward, people perceive me as not friendly, I don't want to go to family gatherings because I just feel awkward. And the reason being is you've created a strategy inside your mind that maintains that belief. Perhaps over years you've been in a family gathering and you felt sort of awkward and you've said to yourself, well, I don't know what to say. I ought to say something, but I don't know what to say. And so-and-so's chatting away. Oh, I wish I could be like them, but I'm not like them and I don't know what to say. And I just feel awkward and I just wish a hole would open up and swallow me up so I can get out of this gathering, and etc., etc. So you're doing an internal strategy which is keeping you locked into a unresourceful way of running your mind, because you've created this belief for yourself, and a belief that is strong. It's almost like a conviction where you've got the table with, you've got the four legs of saying to yourself, well, you know, I'm not very good in social situations, I don't know what to say, I feel awkward, and I just want to avoid them like the plague, or something like that. And what will happen in your mind there, you'll generate movies to reinforce that. And so, of course, when a social gathering comes up, it feels that you dread it because your whole mindset is thinking it's a bad thing. And I want to teach you a strategy that you can do that will overcome this. And the strategy is instead of being internal, is to go external and to think, well, I have two ears and one mouth and I need to use it in that way. See, most people think, oh, I've got to say something interesting to impress everybody else. Well, really, rather than people needing a good talking to, they need a good listening to, because it makes them feel validated, and you'll create a greater connection when you do listen to somebody. And so when you go into the next social situation, or maybe it's at college or at work, I want you to open up those ears and to start recording. So you're listening intently what the person is saying. So your focus is external and you're listening and you're waiting perhaps for a gap in the conversation. And whether you do it the first time or whether you just imagine that you do it, so that you get those muscles working, so to speak. If somebody mentions something about, oh yeah, I like to go horse riding, blah, 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 and then they go on to something else, blah, 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 and then there's a pause, you can pick up, oh, so you like to go horse riding. So what is it about horse riding that you like then? Because they're big creatures. And all of a sudden you've actually sort of stroked them and said, oh, I'm interested in what you've said, tell me more. And that gives them an opportunity then to say blah, 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 blah about horses, blah, 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 blah. And as you're listening and you're recording, you think, oh, so you go to such and such riding school then, blah, 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 blah. What do they charge for lessons? So you start to connect on that level and you create a conversation with that person, and that person feels that you are actually listening to them. And you'll find that, you know, the person may turn around and ask something about you. So do you have any hobbies? And you say, well, no, but from what you've said about horse riding, it sounds quite interesting. And you're off, so to speak. And see, by recording in your mind, it gives you the opportunity to take yourself out of your old strategy of talking to yourself and to get you out of yourself, so to speak. Instead of being a wallflower, then you're actually actively listening and able to contribute to the conversation, and be aware of asking sort of closed questions. And by that I mean, oh, so you like horse riding? And the person can go, yes, and that's the end of the conversation. It's far better to say, oh, so you like da 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 da. What is it about that you like? So just to recap here, the strategy is to actively listen, to record in your mind, and then when there is a gap in the conversation, to paste back exactly the same phrases that the person said, and then add something. Oh, so what about that is it that you like? Oh, what about that is it that you find interesting? Okay, I hope that's been useful and great talking to you today. And if you click the link below, there's a free download of mine, Stop Worrying and Create a Wonderful Life, which is also useful, because if you dump your worries into this worry buster machine on the free download, that will help lift off some of any negative things that you've got in your mind, to give you a clearer pathway to start mastering a better strategy. Bye now.